We seem to be live. Probably both Twitch and YouTube. So I'm going to check my YouTube channel for a moment to see if I'm live. Because it would mean I have less to upload, so I only have to download. Wait, what's my username? Am I now live on YouTube? I am. Oh, wow. Just checking. Yep. And there's audio. There's audio. Okay, cool. So I'm now on, stay on page, on both Twitch and YouTube. I can have 2 accounts. Am I also live on Twitch? Yes, I am. Okie dokie. Okay, this is new. Restream had updates and all, and I have no ID, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just trying the best I can, per usual. Anyway, as you can see, I'm working on new coins. I tried spray painting them, but you only get this very muted gold color, which I don't really like that much. And I don't really like, you can see all those ridges in the ones that I did my old print. So I've been using gold paint and I mixed it with thickener. So I have my own blend again, hopefully to get rid of a bit of the ridges. This one is a bit a test one. It was slabbed on, but it, believe me or not, it does look better than how it used to look. Still a bit of ridges visible, so I'll start painting this because, well, this takes a while to dry, and then this one has already been gold spray painted, but it looks more silvery. So, and I have 2 spray paint cans, and they both look this muted, so it's just the paint. These are the other ones. And I'm making using a blend of thickener because the thickener is supposed to, well, make it a bit more thick so it can fill the holes, the ridges, making it a bit more even level, even the ones that are printed on the good setting. But yeah, this one, let's start with this one because it only needs a couple of more coats, I guess. So we're still needing a lot of coats, but I still think we need less. First of all, gold is always annoying. There's a fly here, I guess. Gold is always annoying as a color. It's usually very translucent. And now if I add this thickener in it, it becomes actually more translucent. So that's why I still have the base coat of gold. I wondered how I should fill those figures. And I found some paint bottles with syringes, let's call it like that, for precise gluing. So that's on its way. Shouldn't paint my finger, but okay. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna do today. And of course, if in the end you still see a bit of the texture of the 3D print, fine, so be it. But if I can get rid of it. I don't know if this thickener actually does anything or that it's just the same when you put on multiple layers of paint. But in my little corner of the universe, I believe it does help. So hopefully, well, not next week, because next week my student is coming over, so there will be no streaming. Probably the week after that, if I do feel in the mood for streaming, because I'm getting a bit overloaded. But anyway, then I'll probably start glittering or paint the back if the back still needs to be painted. Anyway, the spray paint is a more silvery gold, muted gold, which some people really like. I'm not one of them. I really like the yellow gold. Notice I'm also quite early, so maybe I can do 3 streams. Because, like I said, I am getting a bit overloaded, meaning that I'll probably want to craft in silence a couple of times. And of course, I have there's a convention coming up. I saw that I can connect to 2 social networks at the same time with Restream. I also saw Twitter and Facebook. And was there anything else you could connect with? Where can I find my connections? Edit channels. Facebook. Huh. I'm not sure that if people are seeing this and if they type in the chat in that on that page that I'll see it in Restream. I mean, Twitch is my main channel. YouTube is now added. Maybe I can add more channels. Maybe I can add Instagram. I guess Instagram is also one of those channels. And then maybe I can just change it because I'm not going to buy a subscription so I can stream on multiple channels. Right, I should remember first the outer ring, then the inner ring. And with some, I need to check whose coin belongs to whom, because most I do know. For example, this is Mika. Or Micah, or whatever you want to call it. But I'll probably color the ring the same as the glitter and their symbol. And on this little dot, I'll probably put a little gem. I've already started spray painting the backs of some of the things that need to be painted. And even though I don't really like the gold, it still covers most of it in a goldish sheen, so you need less of the good gold paint. So it is a way to use materials you don't really like, having to use less of the good stuff. And the moment it's more or less solid, I can use normal gold paint unmixed for the final coats. And I've tried this thickening medium at the required 1:1 balance, and well, it's supposed to give texture to your paint, but I don't think it really gives texture. And so I'm using it to level my art. With this one I need to be careful because I already filled the tiny holes a couple of times. First we empty this bit. Hmm. Seems to be someone watching. Hello, hello. I don't know for which channel, and I don't know for how long, and I don't know which language. And this thickening medium makes the paint quite thick, as it should. But anyway, hopefully in 2 weeks I can start with glittering it. Some still need to have their backs colored, some don't. They shouldn't touch because this is a very sticky paint. Sneeze coming up. I bought a cheap brush for this. You know me, I like dedicated brushes. My goal is to at least paint a bit and work on my swords and work on my big project. So first I'm going to do the things that need drying time. If I do go work on my swords on stream, I'll probably hook up a different camera. But we'll see, we'll see. Either way, I'll have to see if this live stream goes up live immediately, the recording, or that I need to re-upload it. Ideally, I would have to, that I can set when the recording on YouTube goes live. Otherwise, for one day, you'll have 2 streams. Like I said, next time I might do Facebook. It's just a different audience. Twitch is the main crew and the main posse. Okay, why is there a bridge over here? There's not supposed to be a bridge here. There we go. That's the first. Of course, I also need gessoing. This one in the middle, the center seems almost level. The ridge, well, like I said, I had a thinner setting, and in the end, I'm not satisfied with it anyway, so I'm just doing the best I can. All these coins will turn into magnets. I'll probably put them up for sale eventually. See if someone is interested. Oh, that's a hair. This dab over here is how thick the paint becomes with the thickening paste. Barely. And the final coin, Kitty Ocean. I gave Kitty Ocean a shell as her symbol because the symbol of water was already taken and it needed to be small. So I thought a shell would be fitting. This is nice paint, by the way. not exactly the thickening paste, but the gold paint I'm using. It's from the Vibra plakkaatverf, gouache liquide, plakkaatfarbe. That's pretty much all my foreign languages. Not very expensive, but decent quality. But very transparent, so you need a lot of coats, especially if you add thickening medium to it. Okay, so this can go and dry. I'm going to do these again. This is just a quick paint marker. Oops. Cap on. Shake. Remove this paint before it gets on our design. Remove the gold flake. These were first standees, but I decided to create one character into a pin and the other, well, also in a pin. So I can't really make standees out of them anymore. Sure, I can, by the way, technically. But I'll just turn these into magnets. I have a couple of things that need to be turned into magnets or pins. So when this is dry, it probably needs some spray varnish. Shake first. Cap carefully off. Pump a few times. And do the whole back side. And this can go dry. This is usually quite quickly dry. So now I'm going to check out my spray varnish characters. If these are dry, are they gold enough? Just one more coating. Light on. Made a spray station out of a big box, so it looks very shaggy, but it works. And these quarters. So this one's almost empty. Always a test. Yep. And it's very nice and gold on the side of the box, but when I spray it, nah. But like I said, oh, I do know I have to give it an extra coat of paint. This can is almost out. Okay, good. That part is done. Then I'm going to work on this thing. As you can see, it's nice and stuck. Bit too high after all, but that happens. Okay, come on. Is this my open tube? Yep, this is an open tube. And this is also one I have. And it's older, so I'm just gonna use the old one first. So I just want to fill this and also on the other side, but first one side, then the other. Let's see if this is still good stuff. Okay, yes, it is, but it's way too thick. So I need something to put it on. Oh, I could have started painting these. Okay, but first one thing, then the other. This is all dry paint, so I can probably just, yep, peel it off. This is one of those plastic containers that doesn't really keep the paint well for that long. A couple of days maybe. So I've never used this stuff before. This was gifted to me, donated. So let's see how that goes. This is alles vuller, so fill all. Well, that seems to be nice. So let's grab this tool. Go in there, my little pretties. I need it to be secure and safe and completely filled up. Probably gonna need some sanding. Like I said, I've never done this before. And I know most of it is going to be hidden, so I'm not really that worried about messing it up. But you know, first time, always worried. Okay, good. That's nice. That looks nice. Then, okay, I made it look nice and then I ruined it again. So, okay, this looks nice-ish. You could call it grout, but it's not really grout. Okay, go inside here. Don't know how long it needs to dry, by the way. 24 hours. So it should be dry somewhere next week. I'm probably going to do a couple of spray paints first. Mainly because, well, that's a lot easier. So don't be surprised in about 2 weeks you see it having a different color already. Okay, there's some messing up over here. And for those who wonder, don't you craft during the weeks? Nope. Maybe I sometimes have a half an hour or something like that, and then I do a quick layer or something like that. But most of the time, I just don't have the time because work and household and volunteer work, because I'm also a volunteer. So I was hoping it would be dry enough for painting today, but well, I can paint it, but I'd better not. A lot of this filler dried little bits is already jumping at me. And I have no idea where all the hairs are coming from. I know I have cats, but this is ridiculous. Now this is even the back. I'm very glad I didn't create a hole in it just yet. There's supposed to be a hole in here. And the reason why I want to put holes in it, because I want to put a cable through it. Because I also want to work with light. I'm stuffing all the filler to the back, which is good for the making it more solid, but you know. So don't worry about me and electricity. I'm just gonna get something battery or USB operated. Okay, well, filling over here. That's the first one done. I did make the model less high, so it's not that perfect anymore for putting things in it. You can put your pens in here, but over here, not really anymore, and especially not over here. But you know, I also have these little things. Ta-da! Could put washi tape in there, so this one can go and dry. Well, over here. And I'll start with the back first. Just put you in here because I probably don't need you anymore. I have no idea who's watching. Let me turn on my messages. This is getting dry. And that's fine. No, it's official. I have no idea who's watching. Feel free to say hi. If I manage to keep it thin, it's easier to sand off. Okay. And this is the second. Nice. Ugh. Messed it up slightly, but just need a thin coat and it'll be fixed. And now this one dries as well. Like I said, I have 2 of this tube, so I have plenty. this, well, now I know for next time how much I need. Not this much. Whoa. Okay, this needs some glue. Didn't intend on fixing that, but okay. Well, this needs a lot of glue. First some glue in here. To the bottom. Yep, just add a little bit more. And you may go dry. Let's put you over here. And if this one has the same. No, this one's a bit more stuck. Until you pull it out, of course. Okay, this one's more stuck. There's air in the top, so it keeps on going. It keeps on giving the gift that keeps on giving. So you need some as well. Okay, now first, don't think I can keep this good, but let's try. Where's my pipette? I need my pipette, my Kingdom for a pipette. Here you go. Just adding quite some water in this, and let's see what it does. If it still dries out, then nothing is lost. Now, to clean up this, I'm gonna use my little vacuum cleaner. So I'm gonna mute for a moment. There, that saves you a lot of noise. Okay, so now we'll continue gessoing things and selecting things that are ready for backspraying, which is technically this entire tray, which is nice. So these are going to get sprayed or go on the spray pile. By the looks of this, I only have one tray left. And of course, I need to still print a few, but you're going to be my extra table for now. So this I'm going to bring to the spray corner. All these bags can go painted. Already have a pile here, so this is still sticky. Let's put you over here. Same with you. So this, despite being dry in only 10 minutes, is not dry in 10 minutes. There we go. But at least it's stuff that's done. But like I said, I still have a couple of things that need to be printed. I just don't really want to at the moment. This needs to dry. Oh, wait, I can't reach my varnish tray. Where is my steering stick? There is my steering stick. And it's all because of what I said. I'm getting overloaded, doing too much, almost like factory work. And that, yeah, that kind of messes with what you want to do. Plus, I need to be with it because of that I've run out of filament. So I need to switch it in time. This is Miss Bunny as a diver. I'm starting to think that all those little hairs that are floating around here are not hairs, but perhaps from a little spider that's above me. There's a lot of flies in here. I'm really not fond of spiders. In fact, I'm quite afraid of it. But in this case, yeah, They stay up there and they catch flies for me. So just so straining. That's not supposed to happen. Or actually bridging. 2 people watching. So hi. No idea who you are, where you're from, and if your messages through either YouTube or Twitch are coming through. So stringing is what a 3D printer does, creating little strings. Bridging is what Gesso does by creating a bridge using the filling. If you heard that, pardon me. If you didn't hear that, you heard nothing. Audio check. Yep, still in the green. And it's hard to predict when it starts bridging because, for example, my gesso is now foaming because there's so much air in it. That might actually be a decent size. But first I need to paint this and finish it. Okay, should I? Old printer. And will also old printer. Oh wow, 3 people watching. And I am an hour in, but I'm not sure if these people know that I usually quit at an hour and then return almost immediately so I can split the stream. So, today we're just going to go until there's no one in the stream anymore. So this might actually be a super long one. Go in there. Doesn't really help if you tap on it, then you just push even more air into it. But you know, I'm stubborn. Our mystery third watcher has left us, has left the building. Hana-chan, Ojimaya Doremi. It's probably going to be a freebie for next year. Hello, and thank you for the compliment. And then even other in the chat. Wow, it's getting crowded. 2 people. Usually I have a max of about 1. With some luck, the gesso will dry quickly enough so these can go to the spray as well, spray station. Bridging. Technically designed for 2026, but you know, wanted to creator, so did so. I believe this is going to be the freebie for January. Charmeleon. So if you have a 3D printer, just follow me on Ko-fi and you can download this for free whenever it's released. Let's first do a couple of coins. And I'm very interested in which country you're watching from, and are you watching this through YouTube or through Twitch? And if you don't want to say anything, that's fine. Don't feel obligated. I can hear that stupid fly. Things usually need about 2 coats of gesso. There are 4 people watching. Wow, this is getting crowded. I think we've reached a record. If you see something black coming by, that's the stupid fly that has been bothering me. If that was the coin for water, yes, I do know I have a coin next to me. I just forget about it. Short-term memory. See, I already have 2 and I grab something new because I forget about it. And now I'm going to remove this dead bug that's been bugging me for a while. Wouldn't be surprised if it was trash of my residential house spider. So I do apologize if this seems a bit boring. But you always need to prepare, and I prepare en masse because then I can paint en masse. I think this won't be much of an issue, and otherwise I'll just carve it out again. I think I'm going to make this entirely out of glitter. So I'm probably going to spray it green and then just use glitter everywhere. So this is bugging me. Also the fly is bugging me, but this little patch of yellowing. Now wings, wings. They need to be spray painted black anyway. And then I need to, not sure how I'm going to do it. Either I'm going to put some resin in it, so I can create the translucent wings. Resin, and then just add a little bit of translucent paint. So probably ink. It's the downside of gesso. There's always some spillage. It wants to do other things. So you always need to clean it up again. There are a couple of sounds I really hate. One is the sound of drilling, especially drilling in walls. The other is mosquitoes, and the third is flies. Those sounds are bugging me. So what are your annoying sounds? We're back to 2 watches, so I am going to cut the stream in 2. So I hope whoever is watching hears this. Whenever I cut a stream in 2, I go offline and then I immediately go online again. So that might mean I'm down for about a minute or so. So